Hello, everybody. I am going to read the story again and explain to you some situations and some difficult expressions that I use in the story. Okay, so I'm going to share the story one more time. This is a story between me and my son and my struggle trying to quit smoking, which I succeeded in the end. Okay, so I'm going to start. My son motivated me to give up smoking. I didn't think that smoking was right. I considered it to be unhealthy, unclean, and a financial waste. Now, here, financial waste means it's a waste of money. I am spending money and throwing money into the drain, I mean, down the drain. It's like throwing money in the garbage. I was exposed to my former colleagues who regularly smoke around me when I got my first job. So here I'm talking about my job in the refugee camp. I was not a smoker, but everybody around me smoked. And then I had nothing to do. While they were smoking, I wanted to be with them because I was in a situation where I was away from my family. And so my only connection were my coworkers, and all of them smoked. I decided to try smoking a cigarette one day just for kicks. Just for kicks means just for fun. Just for kicks. It means just for fun. And then another cigarette the following day. Then some more until smoking became second nature to me. Second nature means it becomes normal. It's normal. It became normal to me. Needless to say, I developed a smoking addiction. Needless to say means I don't need to say this, but because you understand. Needless to say. I considered giving up smoking after I got married. Giving up means quit. I thought of quitting smoking after I got married. I said to myself, oh, I'm getting married. When I get married, I will quit smoking. That's what I said to myself before I got married. But I never followed through. It means I did not really do it since my wife never made a strong case for it. My wife never told me, oh, why you smoke, your mouth smell of cigarette. Never. My wife accepted everything of Andrew Taylor. Yeah. She said to me, when I met you, yeah. You were a smoker, and I just accepted everything about you. Okay. So, as a father, I knew from the moment my two kids were born that it was my duty to protect them from the dangers of tobacco use. So, as I said, a lot of people, they know that cigarette smoking is dangerous, but they just ignore the danger because they could not quit smoking. Okay? Before handling my kids, means before I touch my kids, before I hug them, before I kiss them, I would always go straight to the bathroom and wash my hands and face after finishing a cigarette to get rid of the stench. To get rid of the stench means to remove the smell of the cigarette from my hand and from my mouth. I continued the practice into my early and mid 20s. Early 20s will be 21 years old, 22, 23, and then mid 20s will be 25, 26. I convinced myself that since I could afford it, means I had the money, I could enjoy smoking for as long as I wanted. Although I was aware means I know that I was aware of the health dangers. I never gave up my health and thought. No, I never gave my health any thought. I believe that as long as I remained active, I would be all right. So what I thought was, okay, I smoke, but I'm active. I'm going to be okay, I said to myself. I tried to trick myself into believing that it's okay, but it was not okay. When my son started junior kindergarten, he was 4 years old. Okay, he was 4 years old. He realized the dangers of secondhand smoke. Okay, uh, everybody, just a second. Okay, when my son started junior kindergarten, that is 4 years old, he realized the danger of secondhand smoke. Secondhand smoke means you don't smoke, but you don't smoke, but you are getting the smell, or you are surrounded by people who smoke. So you are a secondhand smoker. And the risk I was taking every time I lit a cigarette. Lit is the past tense of light. On December 26, 2006, I went out to my garden at -8 degrees Celsius. It was winter, right? And started another cigarette. As I leaned against the glass door, lean against means I lean. I put my back against the glass door, um, sliding door. I heard a sporadic knocks. A sporadic knocks means continuous knocks, like this, tuck, 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 tuck. Like this, right? And I looked behind me. I glanced around. I noticed my son fighting to hold back tears. It means he's trying to control crying. I quickly extinguished my cigarette. It means I put out the fire of my cigarette. I quickly extinguished my cigarette, returned to my living room, and then I went to the bathroom to wash my hands and face. Then I returned to my son. I lowered myself to his level, to his eye level, because I'm tall, right? My son is very small, was very small. And so I lowered so that I could see his eyes face to face, eye to eye. And he began crying. I asked him what was wrong. He told me, and I quote means I will repeat exactly what he said. Daddy, in our class today, my teacher told us that people who smoke could develop cancer. Develop cancer means they could get cancer and die from it. I do not want you to die, Daddy. I love you. Then he hugged me strongly and continued sobbing. Sobbing means is when you cry and your cry is deep. Your crying is deep. You call that sobbing. You know, when people cry like this, that is sobbing. Okay. After that moment with my son, I couldn't smoke another cigarette. Every time I thought of, time I thought about putting a cigarette in my mouth, I could see his eyes pleading. You know, pleading means pleading me not to. That night, December 26, 2006, at 10:26, I remember exactly, you know, because there's so many six. December 26, 2006 at 10:26 p.m. because I look at my watch. I smoked my last cigarette. The first 2 weeks was extremely hard. I was in constant craving for a cigarette. Constant means always or regular. Craving means like, when you're craving, it's like you're looking for the taste. I decided to change my routine. I avoided coffee. I told you this in the classroom yesterday. I sucked on menthol candy. I bought menthol candy and I put menthol candy in my mouth.
Mhm.
I drank ice water and often chewed. Chewed means I chewed on cubes of ice whenever I felt a strong craving for a cigarette. So every time I felt, oh, I want to smoke, I want to smoke, I want to smoke, I put ice in my mouth. After 2 weeks, my craving died down. If you try to quit smoking after 2 weeks, your craving will become less, but you need to pass 2 weeks. It's been 18 long years since that moment with my son occurred, and I've been smoke free. I feel healthier today. I can run 5 kilometers nonstop. I can climb a flight of stairs with no difficulty. I have better appetite. Appetite is your,
Ay,
when appetite is your
apetito.
liking for food, right? And modesty aside, I look much better as well. Best of all, I smell great all the time. My son has literally saved my life, and I am grateful to him. I have once again proven that when you love someone, you are willing to make significant sacrifices for him or for her. So yes. So I think I hope you understood the story better. Okay. So I am going to stop sharing, and thank you so much everybody for thank you very much everybody for sharing your ideas. Okay. And I hope I'm able to inspire you. And this story is actually on our YouTube channel.